Hello friends, recently the Rohini Commission, which was formed to look into subcategorization of OBCs, has presented its report to our President Srimati Draupadi Murmu. So let's analyze this topic. If you want to download this slide, then you can go to the description box, the link is there. If you want to listen to this video in Hindi, then also the link would be there. It is also available on another channel, that is prepezee. So context is the same, that the report of the commission, that is Rohini Commission, has been submitted to President Draupadi Murmu. The commission was formed to look into subcategorization of OBCs as a result of the affluence of certain communities which have cornered the benefits of this reservation among themselves. So as many as 13 extensions were provided to this commission, and later on recently now it has come up with the report. So let us first understand what actually we mean by subcategorization of OBCs. See, in Indian Constitution we have a system of reservation for the historically disadvantaged communities. These communities have been disadvantaged because of the discrimination which was existing for centuries, and therefore they are relatively backward when considered with the other general communities. Therefore, the constitution worked up a system in which the certain seats, a percentage of seats were reserved for the SC/ST communities as well as the OBC communities. Now, this reservation system was intended to benefit those communities which were left behind. However, it was later found that even though the reservation has existed, certain communities within these groups have cornered all the benefits, and other communities are not getting that representation and they are not getting the benefits of this reservation. So let us first understand that how we have found out this thing, that subcategorization is required. See, the commission which was formed, it analyzed the data of 1.3 lakh entities. This included the jobs, central government jobs, as well as the admission to higher education institutions. This data is for the last 3 years. That is, in the last 3 years, whatever the central government jobs were given and whatever OBC admissions happened to the higher education institutions. One disclaimer is that this data does not include this is not the updated database. So therefore it is not representative of all the country, but despite that, this is the starting point, and that is why the commission had to do it, and therefore this is the only thing which they could do. Now, from this data, certain conclusions were available to the commission. First of all, 97% of all the jobs, they had gone to only 25% of OBC caste. That is, if you can see that is 25% of the caste which were existing out of the 2600 odd castes, they had cornered almost all the benefits. That is, 97% is almost all. The left out 75% caste, they could only get 3% of the seats. So you can see that such a vast differences exist in this data. Then again, 25% of all these jobs and seats, they were gone to only 10 OBC communities. So again, these 10 OBC communities, they were cornering a majority of benefits. That is, 25% of the benefits they were cornering among themselves only. In fact, 983 OBC communities, that is 37% of the total 2600, they did not have even a single seat either in the jobs or education institutions. In fact, 994 subcastes, they only had 2.68% in recruitments and admissions. So you can see that the data shows that only some of the communities are getting all the benefits, and most of the communities, they are not getting anything out of this reservation. And the same thing, it is still existing in SC/ST as well as the OBC, and therefore we need a requirement of subcategorization. Even if we look at the central government data, that the earlier data, this was collected and analyzed by the commission itself. But if we look at the central government data about the central government employees, then we see that out of the total 5 lakh odd jobs, 17.7% is cornered by SCs, 6.72 by STs. But if you see the OBCs, only 20% seats are with the OBCs despite their reservation of 27%. So you can understand that despite having a 27% reservation, the OBCs, they are covering only around 20% of the seats. This does not mean that they are biologically disadvantaged, that is, they have a lesser mind or whatever. It's just that they are not having enough opportunities to compete with the other people in the general communities, and therefore they are still behind. They are still not able to cover up inside their OBC communities itself, that is the inside within their reservation also they are not able to come up with enough candidates to fulfill these 27% of the seats. And therefore, we can say that there is actually a requirement of subcategorization. Now, earlier, Supreme Court had said in E.V. Chinnaiya case that no subquota can be created within the quota. This was actually in reference to SC, STs, but then it is also applicable to anything else also, like OBCs also. That is, no subquota can be created within a quota. However, later on in 2020, the case of Davinder Singh, Supreme Court had said that this earlier judgment in E.V. Chinnaiya case is actually wrong and it must be revisited. So the latest constitution bench in Davinder Singh's case said that we will be revisiting this decision given by Chinnaiya that no subquota can be created. So now if the Supreme Court clears this hurdle, then subcategorization can be applied in SC, ST as well as OBC. Now, see, even a social justice committee was formed in Uttar Pradesh. It said that there is an absolute requirement of quota within quota and subcategorization within OBCs as well as Dalits. It said to give properly the benefits of reservation, we need to divide OBCs into Pichda, Ati Pichda and Sarvadik Pichda. That is, Sarvadik Pichda are those communities which are not able to get any reservation and any benefit out of reservation. Ati Pichda, they are able to get some benefit, and Pichda are those which are cornering most of the benefits in OBCs. Similarly, in SC also they said that we will be creating Dalit, Ati Dalit and Mahadalit categories if we want to see to it that the benefits of reservation, they are going to the other communities and they are actually benefiting the most backward, not just the prosperous within these communities. So I think, in fact, in my humble opinion also, I would also like to feel that there should be no opposition to this, because if you are doing this opposition, then you are forgetting your own historical disadvantage. You are saying that now we are prosperous and we want more. See, the problem is not that the reservation. Problem is this only, that some people, like same people, they got the benefit of reservation. So they got good government jobs. They become, let's say, grade 1 or class 1 central government employees. Now, their children, they have the benefit of all the education in the world. They have benefit of all the coachings in the world. And still, despite getting good education and good coaching, they are still applying for the quota itself. So, this is the problem within reservation. If this continues to go on, then there will be no time will be come when we will be able to say that yes, reservation system has done its intended objective and now it has achieved its aims, and therefore there is no requirement. Therefore, it is absolute requirement is there that we need to create subcategorization, because only then we can expect that the communities which are falling behind, they are also coming at the level of the other prosperous communities. So now, after that, now let us have a look at Rohini Commission. See, it was appointed on 2nd of October 2017 and it was initially appointed for a period of 12 weeks in which it had to give a report on the subcategorization. However, it was later given 13 extensions. Why it was given 13 extensions? Because of the issues which cropped up. Let us understand what issues were there. To understand that, first let us look at what is the term of reference of this committee when it was initially constituted. The first term of reference was that this committee had to determine that what was the extent of inequitability in the reservation system in the OBCs. That what is the extent? That means that how many seats are being cornered by only these caste or communities which are getting all the benefits. So is actually a problem existing or not? First of all, you have to determine that yes, inequitability is there. Secondly, if it is there, then you have to decide upon subcategorization and find a scientific approach to see to it that this OBC is divided into multiple categories, let's say level 1, 2 and 3, just for the sake of naming this. And you have to determine that what is the mechanism which should be followed to divide this category, what are the parameters and what are the norms which should be existing so that these categories can be formed within OBC. After that, you have to determine that which of the caste will go to which category. So if any caste or community which is already getting the benefits and which is improving, which has already improved, which has got the benefits, they should not be getting more benefits, but they should not be excluded also. So they should be getting into this level, let's say level 3. And the communities which are not having any reservation, which have not got any benefits, they should be going to level 3 so that they also can get these benefits of reservation and they also can improve upon their standard of living. However, later on in January 2020, a fourth term of reference was added. Why? Because Commission had said in July 2019 that the list which is already there of OBCs, the central list of OBCs, it is having many ambiguities, many spelling mistakes, many inconsistencies, many repetitions. For example, see, let me just explain it with an example. See, there is a community called as Jat. Sometimes we see that the Jat is written as JAT and sometimes we see that it is written as JAAT. Therefore, we see that there are differences. And if the differences are persisting, how will we be able to determine that what should be the actual spelling? So first of all, the Commission said that we need to remove these ambiguities. Only then the recommendations would be robust and they will be actionable. So therefore, a fourth term of reference was added for the committee, and it was said that the committee would look into repetitions, ambiguities, inconsistencies and errors of spelling or transcription. Now, therefore, the delay was done in the report submission. Why? First of all, fourth term of reference was there, which it had to look into. And then also there was this problem that Commission faced. It was the absence of data. Commission said in 2018 itself, the Commission had said that we are not having enough data to determine the issue which we are looking into. So it said in December of 2018 that it asked the government that please provide us some budget so that we are able to conduct a survey of OBCs. Later on in March 2019, it said that as of now, we are holding off and we are not going to conduct this survey. But in 2018 itself, right now the Defense Minister, but at that time the Home Minister, Rajnath Singh, he had said that Census 2021, whenever it would be conducted, it would be also collecting the data for OBCs. So he had said that. The problem is that till now this census has not happened. Earlier it was delayed because of the COVID and now it is being continuously delayed. So therefore these are the problems. Now on the basis of that we can say that the issue is politically sensitive. So therefore it is very improbable that we will be looking at this report very soon. It is possible that there will be some time before this report is made public. And therefore, we will be discussing this report, but only when it comes. So therefore, we have looked into the need of subcategorization and the present commission. So whenever the report comes, we will be having a look at that and then we will discuss the issues which are coming up with that report. If you like this article, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.